Hello everyone and welcome back. Now that we have our small Python script running, let's try to go ahead and create a game out of it, a Python using Pygames. So for this project you will need to have Python installed and Pygames module installed as well. But let's first have a look how this game is going to look like. So this is my version of it. So you will have a tabletop, you will have a top deck of cards, and you have here some buttons that you can interact with. And for example, if we start the game, you can see that the cards are moving, they are displayed on your deck. The player can then choose a card. Let's say, I don't know, um, let's go with the Ace of Spades, for example, and then he can just click I made my choice, and the cards are getting shuffled and going back into the deck of cards, and then automatically they are coming out. Okay, now we can have a look at the rows of cards, and then we can have a look and see, okay, where is my card? My card now is in B row, and again the cards are going back and being shuffled and displayed one more time. Now I have my ace, my card is in C, row C, and again they're going, and the final display, have it in first row. Okay, so once we have that, at the end the answer is displayed on the screen. And of course you can reset the game and start over, start, and everything comes again. Every time that you start, the deck of cards will be um, repicked, so you'll never start with the same cards. Okay, so let's get to it. So as I said, you need Python, Pygames module installed. The Python interpreter, you can use whatever you like. I'm still using Visual Studio Code because I like it how it is looking on my videos. Okay, so first we will need some cards. For that, just open a browser, and I have found some cards here on this website. So if you can follow the link in my in the description, you will find this website here, and for we will need to download this PNG. Download them. Once you have them downloaded, actually we need only this PNG folder, and I will extract to the desktop card trick, then extract, show in files. So as you can see here on my desktop, I have created a folder called card trick. Here is the Python file that I have created for the previous video, and inside here I have inserted I have extracted the cards. So, but I don't like it how it is named, this file. I will just rename it to cards. And I also like to create here a new folder called images, and I like to place the cards inside the images. We need one more folder here, and I will call this one icon. Here we will place the icon of our game, and let's choose from these cards one icon. I will just go with this card trick icon. Let's place it here. We will see later how it is going to look like. It might not show on my Ubuntu 2010, but on Windows and Mac OS you might see it. But for me it might not work. But yeah, it's good to have it inside. Okay, so card trick. What else do we need? We will need a few more Python files, but let's just create that inside Visual Studio. So as you can see, we have the old code that we used. Now I will just create one more file called 21 cards trick. point py. So this will be the main file that we are going to work with. We are going to uh, create some classes in here, and we import Pygames inside here. And next, we also need backend point py. In this file, we are going to write some functions just to make the main file a bit more readable. So we will not have 1,000 lines, or I don't know, just to make it a bit shorter. And in this way, you can also see how you can implement some functions from another Python file into the one that you are working with. And when I have large project, I also like to create one more file called scratch.py. And in this one, I'm just doing some testing before implementing the snippets of code inside my main files. Okay, so first of all, we have the cards. I forgot one thing. So we need also a tabletop, because as you have seen in the final game, we have the cards, but we have also the image of the tabletop. This is one image that I have created in Ubuntu in GNU, I think is the name of the application, and you can find it. Can find this one as well. I will paste also the link in the description. You go here, you will find the image of the tabletop. You just have to save it, save image as, and then in card, not in cards, but images, save it. Okay, now that we have everything downloaded, let's go to the backend and start to write some functions inside here that we are going to need later on. So first function, we will just call it formation. And we have to paste in here something. And have to again to define some rows. See. Because it's never good to alter the list that you call the function with. I will just say partial list is equal to complete list. Then we are going to play with this partial list. And basically here we just have to copy paste these rows from here to here. We have to return and we will return the rows. Row A, C. Next function that we have to define here is called positioning. And it will take the rows. So what this function is doing is creating from the deck of cards rows, 3 rows, and the positioning is placing the rows is placing them again into the deck. So that's why with positioning. See, and then also we have to pass inside here the letter of the column where the answer is in, right card is in. So correct column. And here it's also this code from here. It's basically identical. I will not type it again. Change it a bit because we have to return. Okay. So we need to return deck of cards here. Deck. Of course, we have also to define it because it's not defined. So deck of cards. Now that you have these functions defined, we also some colors for our game. So let's create a function that is returning colors. So say here return, and we will make a dictionary here of colors. So let's say white, and we are working here in Pygames with RGB colors. What does this mean? So if you open a browser and you go to Google and you just say color and enter, you will see here that you have a lot of colors that you can pick from, and inside here you have this hex, then you have RGB and some other values. We are going to use RGB, so we are going to make tuples out of these three numbers. So in our case, go back to our code. White is going to be defined as 255, 55, 55. This is white. Black is 000. Okay. Okay, so next we will need one dictionary that will contain all the cards in our deck of cards. And to do that, we are going to use this scratch .py. So just to explain what I would like to do now, if we open the file where we have the py scripts, inside images and then inside cards, we have the cards. But now we have to create a dictionary out of the cards. And we need the first two letters of the dictionary, uh, and we will set them as the key, dictionary key, and then the name, you set them as the value. So this is what we are going to do now. So that's why I have imported OS, and next we are going to try to go to that file, use Python to go through that file and import whatever is inside, the name of whatever documents are inside that. And from that we are going to create the dictionary. So okay, let's go ahead. So I'll just create here a variable called main file and path. So this is the path where this script is located. And in order to get that, we will use OS point path point directory name, so dir name, and here we are going to use this when a module is loaded from a file in Python. Underscore underscore file underscore underscore is set to its path. So that's why we are going to use it here to get the path of this file. Once we have that done, we have to get the path of the image folder. So this folder equal to, and again we are going to use OS point path, and now we are going to also use join, and we are going to join main file path or main file path, and then the name of the folder called images. And now to get the path of the cards folder, we are going to use again the join. So card is equal to point path point join, and here we are going to join the images folder and then the folder called cards. Okay, so once we have all this defined here, we can then extract everything that is the name of each and every document that is inside the cards folder. So to do that, you can say files equal to, and we say here f or f in OS point list directory. So what this does is just listing everything what is inside a given path, and then it's making a list out of it. So okay, let's now print files to see what we get. So print files, see what's result of that. Okay, so we have everything that is in files, as you can see. But now we need this. As you can see, it's a list of strings. We need to create out of this dictionary. So in order to do that, we have to iterate through this list. Arrange it in such a way that we can make a dictionary out of it. So let's just say here, let's loop through it. So it's for I files. Okay. And now here we just have to print and f strings and let's make the dictionary. So we need the first part, then as a key, and then the rest. So to get the first part, we just have to remove from each name the point png. So in order to do that, we'll write this I and here, but the everything but the last four characters. Okay, and this we have to put this in simple quotation marks, double points in the value, and as well this small simple, and also a comma at the end, and it should be correct. Let's run it one more time. Oh, okay. Okay, let's run it one more time now. Okay, and now we have what we needed. Okay, I will just copy everything. Let's copy, and here, and now we can actually go on the backend because this script already has done his purpose. Let's go here, and here we are going to create a new dictionary called cards. It's a dictionary, and let's just paste this inside here the result that we got. Okay, a bit. Okay, so we don't need all these dictionary entries, so we can remove some of them. This one, then this one. We'll use this one as a back of the cards. This we don't. Okay, and let's just okay. Now let's also print it. It's working. So let's run this. And yes, so we have a working dictionary. And to now, in order to access this dictionary, I have to put it inside a function. So let's just find a function called cards, which is going to just return this dictionary. Okay, okay. Now if we call cards, it's again. Okay, so in this video we have um, imported all the images that we needed. We have created the deck of cards. We have inserted in the back end part of our small game the functions that we are going to later use. Oh, here I see that is a small problem. This should be 145. I will stop the video here because it's getting a bit long, and we will continue the next one when we are going to start to actually build the game. Thank you and see you later.